Hey all, welcome to the WrestleFan Report once again. Joining us on the return interview tonight is somebody that is trending worldwide, somebody everybody is behind on, and somebody who intends to finish his story at WrestleMania. He is the American Nightmare, the prodigal son. He is the one and only Cody Rhodes.
Adrenaline in my soul, every fight out of control.
And there he is, folks, the American Nightmare himself, Cody Rhodes. Welcome to the show. How's it going, brother?
Amazing. It's we're here for WrestleMania, heading into the main events. If I had a complaint, it would be crazy. I honestly, no complaints, no stress, just full experience, a full career, a lifetime of banking little bits of knowledge, all kind of lead up to this moment.
That's great to hear, man. And we have WrestleMania coming up, but I just want to deep dive into the past for a moment. And I've heard that you used to have car rides with John Cena back in the day, and sharing the rides with the champ himself. So how was it like? I've heard that he's all philosophical. Like he used to give you life advices. How was it like? How did you feel about that?
I feel like as he's gotten a little more experienced and mature, I've noticed the philosophical aspect. Came to my school, the Nightmare Factory, the other day and spoke to the kids. A lot of that. I'd say on the car, the big thing that you do is you kind of rehash the show that you were just on. And John was really good about being sincere about what worked, what didn't, and why. And that's a long conversation. You get a lot out of that. John's biggest rule was if the crowd is doing something, whether they're clapping their hands or stomping their feet, you'd have to reward them with something from a psychological standpoint. You got to keep making them interactive in what we do. And that was always where he went back to. But also one of the secrets of these car rides is it's your time to make fun of everybody on the roster. And that's your time to get it all out, all the venom out, so that when you show up the next day at work, you're like, oh, it's great. I can work with this guy, this girl all day long. No issue. So that was fun. The secrets of the road is you got to kind of bury the rest of the roster and then you're ready to go the next day.
Interesting story there. So I think let's come back to the past, and we have WrestleMania 40 on the horizon. You're in the main event against Roman Reigns for the Undisputed WWE Championship. I just want to ask that in your career, how it's panned out. Did you ever think that you would main event WrestleMania, let alone 2 years in a row?
I think it was a goal and it was a dream, but with sincerity, I don't think I ever thought I would be main eventing a WrestleMania. Even at my youngest going into OVW and developmental, and I had all the hopes in the world and had a really strong opinion of what I could be and what I could do. Going on last at a WrestleMania is the most difficult spot to get. And I being honest, never saw it. Kind of my peers or people I've worked with over the years, anyone who's given me my flowers this week or congratulated me or whatever it might be, I just tell them how genuinely lucky I feel.
Well, I'm sure that this year's main event result is going to be very much different than last year, and there are a lot of people, including me, that are pulling for you. I'm a proud Cody Crybaby. You hear that, Dwayne? I'm a proud Cody Crybaby. Switching gears, I just want to talk about your famous AEW moment where you smashed Triple H's throne, and now you're in WWE. You're like his top guy. So like, does he mention about it? Like what? Does he mention it?
It's not mentioned, and I love it to be mentioned eventually because I still have my broken throne at the Nightmare Factory. And I was in the warehouse the other day with WWE, and there's the throne. It's just sitting right there, and they're replicas. Mine is a replica of the throne. And I think there's some imagery, some iconography that could be utilized for a show potentially. So I'd love to eventually we talk about. But one thing that was really nice conversation him and I did have was, and I didn't share this until I came back recently, was when I won the Ring of Honor World Championship. I won that title and I hadn't spoken to him since I left. and I just got a 1-word text from him that just said congrats. And this is a Ring of Honor show. It ends at 1 a.m. essentially. He's probably, once you get working here, there's a bazillion shows, there's a bazillion things you're doing. I was glad, I found out later he watched every bit of it. He kept tabs on me. He very much, in terms of, we're hearing about how good Hunter is about the younger wrestling crowd, that he's got his finger on the pulse of what the young fans and also the young roster is into. And that was a good indication of that for me.
Well, Triple H has done a fantastic job, and now you are leading the charge of his generation of WWE superstars. So I think he's done pretty well. Anyways, final question. So as we mentioned that you and Roman Reigns are set to clash in the biggest rematch at WrestleMania, and now we have The Rock in the mix, we have Seth Rollins, and the Bloodline and everything. So I just want to ask, let's assume that I think that you will win, and now you become the face of WWE. Do you think that is an added pressure, taking the torch from Roman Reigns, who has ruled WWE?
I don't think there's any more pressure about potentially being the face of the company, because respectfully, I feel like for the last 4 months, I've already been the face of the company. Roman is on not a part-time schedule. He's still a full-time superstar and still the champ, respectfully. But I make every town, every city. I've already felt like the face of the company since perhaps even Hell in the Cell, even while I was injured. And maybe that's just currently WWE is seeing this new shiny toy that's come back, and they put the American Nightmare everywhere. But I'd say it's working, because we've had some unbelievable nights in terms of the WWE audience. If you've never been to a show, is unique in that it's a very family-based audience. You've got a dad with 2 kids, and that dad was probably one of those kids, 20 years ago with his parents. And we're just, I don't want to be tacky, but if you look through the first 4 rows, there's a lot of belief in what I'm doing, and it's visible, and all the measurables are there saying that this is working. So no, I would feel the same amount of pressure I already feel now, to answer your question, because you can ask every single market rep who works for WWE. You can ask every member of upper management. Not only do I ask them how we're doing, how we can do better, what we do last time, what we do per head. Not only do I ask all these questions, I let them know how we did that night as well. I try to keep all my receipts in this, because who knows? This run we've been on since Hell in the Cell, perhaps, maybe even as far back as last year's WrestleMania, it could end. You can't take anything for granted in the world of wrestling and sports entertainment. But I want to make sure it doesn't end. I want to do all I can. I'm not winding down by any means, but again, you don't know how long you have doing this. And no, I don't think I'd feel any more pressure than I already feel now. And to be fair and honest, I already feel an immense amount of pressure.
I'm sure you feel the pressure, man. But know this, that We Want Cody movement truly believes that no Rock, no Roman Reigns, no Bloodline, no wise man can come in the way of you and Destiny. And they are in full support so that you finish the story at WrestleMania 40 and become the new undisputed WWE Universal Champion. Thank you so much, Cody Rhodes. It was a pleasure to have you on our show. And we hope that the next time that you come here, you will probably have one of these, like a golden one. Good luck for WrestleMania, man. Take care.
Thank you.
So guys, that was the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes looking to finish his story against the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40 and hopefully become the new WWE Universal Champion. If you like this video, then like, comment, share and subscribe to our channel, and look out for more such interviews where we bring interviews to life with our WrestleFanet Report. Take care guys, have a good night ahead.